Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chico. To all the overseas Filipino workers and non-OFWs who are watching our video, thank you so much for doing so. I hope you're all doing great out there. Aliens with immigrant and non-immigrant visas may enter Philippines beginning today, May 1, 2021. Bureau of Immigration announced that they will be implementing the resolution of the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF, allowing the entry of aliens with valid and existing visas beginning today, May 1st. According to the Bureau of Immigration, this includes aliens with existing immigrant and non-immigrant visas. In compliance to the IATF ruling, foreign residents, students, investors, and workers who are holding valid and existing visas may now return to the Philippines. Additionally, foreign nationals qualified under the government's Republic Act number 6768 or the Balikbayan program may also be allowed to enter visa-free. So definitely this is a good news for all of our Balikbayans. So the said program allows the spouse and the children of a Filipino national traveling with the Filipino spouse or parent, or a former Filipino who has acquired the citizenship of another country, to enter visa-free if part of the 157 countries covered by Executive Order 408. So just to give you a quick look, ladies and gentlemen, of those countries that are under Executive Order 408, these are temporary visitors to the Philippines. So under this executive order, this was actually dated November 9, 2014, as amended, nationals of the following countries may enter the Philippines without a visa for a stay not exceeding 30 days, provided they are holders of a passport valid at least 6 months beyond the period of stay in the Philippines and possess return or outward bound tickets to their country of origin or next country of destination. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the countries that may enter the Philippines without a visa. But please take note that Zimbabwe, Brazil, and Israel remain eligible for 59-day visa-free entry. So foreign nationals who are holders of valid and existing Special Resident and Retirees Visa or SRRV or Section 9A Temporary Visitors Visa may be allowed entry provided they present an entry exemption document issued by the Department of Foreign Affairs upon arrival. Arriving passengers, except for diplomats and members of international organizations holding Section 9E visas, are required to present a pre-booked accommodation for at least 7 nights in an accredited quarantine hotel or facility and are subject to COVID-19 testing at the quarantine facility on the 6th day from the date of arrival. So we will be posting the list of those accredited quarantine facilities at the description box below for your reference. According to the Bureau of Immigration, they will still be implementing previous regulation on the presentation of valid pre-booked quarantine accommodation. So they said that those who fail to present their quarantine arrangements shall be denied entry and shall be boarded immediately on the next available flight back to their port of origin. The Bureau of Immigration also added that following previous IATF ruling, those coming from India or have a travel history to India within the last 14 days preceding arrival are still barred from entering until May 14. So again, for your reference, we are going to mention again those people who are allowed to travel to the Philippines. First, they are Filipino citizens, including those with identification certificate as proof of recognition as a Filipino citizen or as proof of retention or reacquisition of Philippine citizenship under RA 9225. Next, who are allowed to travel to the Philippines are foreign nationals with valid and existing visas at the time of entry. Next, who are allowed to enter the Philippines are foreign nationals who are allowed entry under the Balikbayan program or RA 6768, provided they are nationals from non-visa required countries under Executive Order 408, provided they are nationals from non-visa required countries under Executive 408. So this includes former Filipino citizens together with their foreign spouses and children regardless of age who are traveling with them, and Filipino citizens, spouses and children regardless of age who are traveling with them. Next, who are allowed to travel to the Philippines are foreign nationals who are holders of valid and existing special resident and retirees visa or SRRV or Section 9A visas, provided they present upon arrival an exemption document issued by the Department of Foreign Affairs. Except for Section 9E visa holders who are covered by a different testing and quarantine protocols, the entry of all other foreign nationals shall be subject to the following conditions. So with pre-booked accommodation for at least 7 nights in an accredited quarantine hotel facility and subject to COVID-19 testing at the quarantine hotel or facility on the 6th day from the date of arrival. So please take note that the pre-booked accommodation for at least 7 nights in a quarantine hotel accredited by the Department of Tourism and the Department of Health shall be presented for initial check at the immigration counters. Now, foreign nationals who were cleared for entry but subsequently found to have presented a counterfeit or fraudulent pre-booked accommodation upon validation by the Department of Tourism, or those who will violate the testing and quarantine protocols of the Department of Health, shall be subject to deportation. So when you arrive at the airport, these are the things that you need to follow. So upon arrival at the airport, you have to submit the accomplished health declaration form to the Bureau of Quarantine, and then you'll have to proceed to the OSS briefing area for a briefing by the Philippine Coast Guard on quarantine protocols and distribution of affidavit of undertaking. Next, you have to proceed to Department of Tourism desk for validation of quarantine hotel facility, and then right after that, you'll have to proceed to private laboratory desk for processing of data and pay for RT-PCR test, which will cost you around 4,000 pesos to be conducted at your chosen quarantine hotel facility. And then you'll have to proceed to Bureau of Immigration for clearance and passport checks, and then you can retrieve your luggages after that and then submit duly accomplished affidavit of undertaking to PCG. Okay, and then right after that, you'll have to get your own transportation or airport taxi to your chosen quarantine facility and observe strict quarantine procedures. And then while you are at your quarantine facilities, you can plan, consider, and prepare your airline or bus ticket, letter of acceptance from your own local government units, and travel pass from any PNP office at point of departure. On your 6th day, you'll have to take RT-PCR swab test at the quarantine facility by the assigned COVID-19 private laboratory. And then upon receipt of negative RT-PCR test, which you will receive via email, you have to wait for the BOQ health certificate indicating actual number of days on quarantine. And then right after that, you can now check out and then present yourself to the quarantine hotel facility in charge with the documents such as the negative RT-PCR test and your Bureau of Quarantine Health certificate. And it is very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you'll have to coordinate with your local government unit. Upon arrival in your locality, report to your barangay officials for accounting and instructions. Your LGU has been informed already earlier about your arrival through a DILG mechanism. And then you'll have to complete your home quarantine at your barangay to complete the required 14 days quarantine or as your local government unit instructs. Okay, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I just summarized everything because this is such a good news for all our Balikbayans who've been really wanting to go home and who've waited long enough for this announcement to happen. So please make sure that you have all the necessary documents. You have registered to the online registration forms before you go back to the Philippines. If you have any other questions, please refer those at the comments box section and I will try my very best to answer your queries. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so that you'll get notified by all the videos that I upload. I will see you guys in the next video. Spread love and not hate, everyone. Love one another and stay safe. Bye!